Sorry, fuck's sake. Sorry, started with the swearing straight away. Why has this become so difficult? I don't understand. Sorry, I'm trying to be in a positive mood today. Namaste. Chill vibes. I did a test stream and I didn't get this warning signal. I do the real stream and the warning signal's back. Like, what are you doing? How? That is so annoying. Sorry, this is not the way I wanted to start. I wanted to be positive with a positive note. Thank you, Nofi, for being a member of the XP zone. I appreciate it. There's also a new thing happening in the chat that I've noticed. There's something called, there's like a leaderboard. Fabio's at the top of the leaderboard with, I don't know what this is. I've not turned this on. On top of the leaderboard is Fabio with 75 XP points. Same with Jamie, same with Robert War. What is this? What is YouTube doing? Throwing a curveball in? We'll see what happens. Anyway, welcome to Locking It Down with Lucy. Thank you for the virtual heart. It's been a trying week, so I'm trying today to be like just trying to feel the vibes. There needs to be nice try everyone without a crown will be blocked. What's the crown? Hugs all round. Come hither. There you go. You just got a hug from me. Right, let's pray. Let's pray today that this is going to work. Please. I don't need any more tests. I'm wearing my yoga hoodie to send the vibes. It's going to be good, hopefully. I want to be fun. I want to have a fun show. I feel the last couple of shows. I did hug the computer. I need a hug. I did actually hug the computer. I needed a good hug. Terence, thank you so much for being a member of the XP Zone for 18 months. I feel like the last two shows I've been distressed, at a loss, discombobulated, out of the fold. Today, I worked from home. I did all of my work that needed to be done, even though it took a long time this week. But I've closed that chapter. It's the weekend now. So I'm like, we've got things together. We had time. Let's just have fun. I don't want to be cranky or moody, Lucy. I know Moody XP is a gimmick, but I don't like it, all right? The technical problem sends me to the moon or the moondy. I don't know what that means. I just made that up. So, welcome. Let's start again. Let's say hello. Also, I'm very happy, everybody, because I discovered a great thing. So I was looking for help to try and level up in Skyrim. And what I totally forgot was you could just legacy skills. So when you get to 100, you press legacy, and then it goes back to 15, and then it starts again. I've had my TV on. I've just been pressing R2 all day. Just R2, muffalo, R2, muffalo, R2. Gets to 100, you legacy it. R2, muffalo. I've gone up from level 53 to 61. It's going to happen, everybody. It's going to happen. Good times. I don't get both my neighbours have gone. Goodbye, fuckers. Right, what a start. Okay, let's say hello to some people. I feel like I've just talked forever. I'm going to start from here with Jamie, who's number 2 on the leaderboard right now, and saying, hello, waves. Robert War says, I like Happy Lucy. Thank you. I like Happy Lucy too, and I wish I could be Happy Lucy more, but Moody Lucy takes over like a dark cloud sometimes. And just, No, they've just left. I heard the Sim leave, and now the Boomer guy has just left as well. So I was thinking of Bruce Almighty when he goes, goodbye, fuckers. When he goes, oh, no, wait. No, I think he actually goes, back to you, fucker. I think I just messed up the quote. No, they've just gone out, so thank God for that. Watching the stream on my phone, watching Wimbledon, says Ina Graham. Speaking of Wimbledon, I was looking high and low. So for those of you that don't know, there was an M&S, which is I'd say M&S is a bit posh, a bit fancy. There was a strawberry and cream sandwich at M&S that people were talking about because it's Wimbledon. Wimbledon, you have strawberries and cream. But apparently they had to take the sandwich off. I looked on it. I went to 3 different M&S's to try and get this sandwich. I wanted to eat it live on the show for you. I love strawberries and cream. My grandpa used to make it for me, and then he'd ask me if I wanted sugar on it, and I was like, I don't want sugar on my strawberries and cream. Thank you, Grandpa. He had a sweet tooth. But yeah, they've been outlawed, apparently, these sandwiches. Couldn't find them anywhere because apparently it's against HMRC because they're marketing it as a sandwich when actually it has more content to be a dessert. So M&S got slapped on the wrist. Slapped on the wrist. I'd like a please burger and fries and cheese. What's this? I don't understand. I clicked on the crown and appeared to me as a leaderboard at the bottom. I don't know if I like the leaderboard at the bottom. It appears to be possibly to buy a super chat. I don't know what YouTube is up to. They never tell me anything, YouTube. Not that they have to tell me anything. I'm not exactly their boss at this point. But yeah, apparently there's a leaderboard thing and people are getting points. I don't know what the points get you, but I'm guessing writing a comment gets you a point. But you know what? Live your life. You do you. You don't. If you like to just watch the show and just enjoy it while doing something else, I love that about you, and I'm happy that I can provide that entertainment without you feeling the need to. But obviously, of course, I love people that want to chat as well. I love everyone who wants to watch the show. So whether you like listening or you like getting involved, I'm happy you're here. Just keep chatting. Chatting. Twitch has a thing called channel points. Weird. So we got Fly Highland saying hi. We got Robert War saying hi. Lucy, being from the UK, did you ever find it weird playing games like GTA where you drive on the right side of the road? I think I did at first, and then I kind of just got used to it. But my sister did famously say in her driving test, she started driving on the wrong side of the road. And she went, haha, I've been playing a lot of GTA. Instant fail. Let's see, who else have we got? We got KRPTV said, oh, those strawberries and cream sandwiches are about the only thing I've seen on Facebook this last week. I wanted one so badly, but alas, I could not get one. But that was Tasha. That was Tasha that did that. Also, Brussels sprout and gravy on Facebook the other day. Wow. She did say that. That didn't go down well. Right, I've got a lovely drink. Wait, what's that? How do you pop up the comment? That's so cool. Oh, it's an integration with the browser. You put a little thing in, it does it on the chat, you pop out the chat, and then it happens. Well, LHF, let's have fun. Welcome, it's good to see you. Right, I've got a nice chilled drink here that I want to get down my throat. Is that what people say? I don't know. I don't like that I've said it either. It's chill. I'm hoping it's refreshing. So I've never had this before, and I don't think we've had really this on the show at all. It is a classic Ribena, but it's Ribena with pineapple and passion fruit. Apparently it's rich in vitamin C. It's made with real fruits, no added sugar, which is all the rage here. So let's check it out. Look at this dinky bottle as well. This bottle is dinky. Those of you who may remember, I used to have a Ribena addiction at work. At work, they used to have little Ribena cartons, and I would have about 3 of those suckers a day. So let's see. I haven't had a Ribena though since, so. Oh, it does smell fruity. It smells delicious. That's what I wanted. That's really good. That's really refreshing. It's nothing like a bit of pineapple to make you feel those summery vibes. Now, not to put you off, it does taste like when you get a pineapple fruit pot from Sainsbury's and you have to drink all of the pineapple juice at the bottom. It does taste very reminiscent of that. So, but don't let that take away your mind. What's a Ribena? It's a brand of juice. Normally they do blackcurrant juice, right? Is it blackcurrant flavour? But this is something different outside of the Ribena's usual. You know, they deal in the berry side. Here we're on the fruity side. That's really good. Very nice, and very chill. Important question here from Chris J. Sainsbury's or Tesco's? I'm a Sainsbury's person myself. I used to like Tesco's, but I have a Sainsbury's near me and I have a Tesco's near me. I don't like the layout of the Tesco's. It's too busy. The self-checkout is too difficult to queue up in. It feels dark, compressive. I like the Sainsbury's. It's a bit more free and open. I like he can get by. Also, I can't believe this happened to me. I did go to that Tesco's like 2 weeks ago, and I was buying something, and it had alcohol. And so the woman came over and was just like, "Oh, do you have a club card?" And I was like, "No, I don't." And she was just like, "Let me find someone." She was like, "Excuse me, sir, do you have a club card?" And some guy goes, "Yeah." And she goes, "Can we borrow it so we can get?" She got me 10 quid off whatever I was. So I spent what I think it was going to be 30 quid. She got me down to 20 quid because I used some other bloke's club card. I can't believe it. And I was like, I've never done this before. I'm really sorry. Do you get points for this? And he was like, yeah. So she beeped his club card onto my thing, and I got the discount. Nuts. But yeah, I do have a Nectar card. This might mean nothing if you're from the UK, not from the UK. What are you talking about, Lucy? It's basically like a loyalty card to the shop. So I have a Nectar card, and it gives you discounts and you get points, that old thing, you know. It's a bit like PS Stars. Anyway, we're not here to talk about the important things like pineapple on pizza. Not particularly. If I could avoid a pineapple on pizza, I would. But if I had to eat one, Nectar can be more, to be honest. Yeah, that actually was good, that woman. I was like, wow, thank you so much. That's really cool. So welcome to Locking Down with Lucy, where today, what are we talking about today? So the poll today is, would you get starstruck meeting somebody in the gaming industry? I'll tell you the rationale behind this in a bit. So 37% of you say yes, 25% of you say no, and 37% of you are saying not sure. Now, the reason this came up is because I don't know if you know everyone or anybody, but Death Stranding 2 came out last week. We talked about it very briefly because I think we streamed last week on the day it came out. So Death Stranding 2 came out. Kojima has been on his world tour. He was in London this week, and speculation in the office was rife. Is Kojima going to show up? Oh my god! Like, people were blowing their gaskets. They thought but apparently he didn't come to the office on the day he was supposed to come. But some of the people from the office did go to that world tour event where there was something happening in Tottenham Court Road where there was like a Death Stranding walkthrough experience. I didn't go because this was Monday, and Monday was super, super hot. So I chose to stay indoors in the aircon. But there was like a tunnel where there was stuff on the walls, and then afterwards on Monday there was some kind of like panel where Jeff Keighley was there interviewing Kojima. I actually don't know what happened. This is just what I've been told happened. So that event happened, and then on Thursday we had a little Death Stranding 2 party, and everyone was like, is Kojima gonna show up? Maybe he'll bring his bestie Jeff Keighley, blah! And that got me thinking, if Kojima did show up, would I care? And my answer is no, because the dude didn't mean anything to me for a very long time. I think I only knew his name. When did I first know his name? It was not a name that I knew, like, off the top of my head kind of thing. So I was trying to think, if someone did pop into the office, who would I be starstruck by? I think I would be starstruck maybe by Neil Druckmann or something, because he seems like a nice guy. I think he's nice. If he came in, I'd probably be more like, oh my god, it's Neil Druckmann. Like, I did actually fangirl out a little bit when I met some of the people from Naughty Dog, like, years ago. I'm talking like absolute years ago. And they're like, we can tell you're a real fan. I was like, oh, thank you. I am. So I think it depends who. If, I don't know, certain people. Jim Ryan did come back to the office recently to go to the toilet and came back and then left again, which I thought was funny. I was waiting to get a drink from the canteen. He popped in, went to the toilet, and popped out and left again. So yeah, I couldn't really fit this all into the poll question properly. But when I meant by gaming industry, I wanted to say like people like Kojima or Neil Druckmann or Miyazaki or Miyamoto. Like, I don't know what those people are called. Are they like more so than the actual actors? I wanted to pick people that were like Phil Spencer, people like that, is what I'm thinking. But I don't know, are they just gaming industry personalities? Like, well, I saw Shu in the office. That was pretty cool, to be fair. I didn't really know. I didn't want to say anything, actually. I was a bit awkward. I didn't. When I'm in the office, I kind of want to be like, you know, low key. So, is there anybody that anyone would be like, wow? Of that, like, obviously, I love the Souls games, but I don't know if I would, because I've never really seen Miyazaki talk or anything. So I don't know if I would be like, oh my God. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, I really like your games. Let's see. I'd be an absolute nervous wreck if I was staying next to Kojima. Interesting, says George. I would cry. I would say I would, like, dude, if I told Kojima I hated Metal Gear Solid 1, he'd probably be very happy to hear that. He'd be like, great, that's exactly why I made that game, because I don't want people like you smooth-brained people, to like my games. Because he wants to make something that's, different and innovative and out of this world or whatever. What other people are people saying? You don't need to be starstruck if you meet me. People, to be fair, if you met me, Imogen would probably be there. She's more famous than me, so you'd be starstruck by Imogen. And I went out with Imogen at the weekend, and some girls did come up to us and want a photograph of Imogen, not me, of course. And Imogen was like, oh, I feel so bad. Sometimes when they're taking a photograph with me, you can feel they're shaking because they're so nervous. I'm like, oh, bless. No, if you're saying Kojima at this point is a gaming icon. He needs nothing to me. Serena. Define starstruck. You know what? I'm going to ask Gemini, who I've become quite pally with, to define starstruck. At this point, don't ask Google. Google's just going to Google's lazy. Google is lazy for Google. Gemini is lazy for humans. Define... It's probably just going to be the Google definition anyway. Define starstruck. Everybody starry-eyed. Starstruck describes the feeling of intense admiration, awe, or even nervousness or shyness that someone experiences when they meet or encounter a famous person, such as a celebrity, athlete, or public figure who they greatly admire. It's essentially being overwhelmed by the presence of a star. You're a star. That's the Gemini. So if you feel like you would feel like that in front of anybody, then sound off in the comments. Ken Levine, because you love Bioshock. Interesting. Don't use AI for everything. Look, it's become a crutch, and I feel bad about it. I don't know. It's fun. I don't eat meat though in my house, so I'm saving the environment that way. That's how I try and justify it. In the gaming industry, maybe Neil Druckmann or the guy who voices Agent 7447. Hate when I do that. Just come over for a chat. You can't have a cup of tea though, I'm afraid, Robert Wall, because I just don't have any. I don't have cups of tea to ward off older family members showing up. Because older families always want a cup of tea. So there is no tea. For a long time I didn't have sugar, but that had to change. Sam Lake says Foxy Cat. Good to see you, Foxy Cat. English card pro. You would need to bring your own tea. Yes. Fallout. Hello. Right. So I guess we'll keep that poll running. Oh, Amy Henning. Now I don't think I'd be starstruck, but I would think it was cool to meet her. I'd be like, hey, I really liked what you did with Uncharted, and I wish I could have seen what your Uncharted 4 could have been, but alas. Pittman Bam Bam says the only person that comes to mind now is Sam Houser, president of Rockstar Games. Oh yeah, I was thinking about who those people were, the Rockstar people. Who else? Like, I remember back in the day, there was like a bunch of people that were more. There was more personalities, I feel, around the PS3 era. Like you had, Shuhei, who was a big deal. You had Jack Trenton. You had Adam Boyes. You had Phil Spencer. You had Major Nelson. You had all of these people. Now, Phil Spencer and Major Nelson are two different people. All of these people that they weren't like famous for anything. They were just famous because they were just big people in the gaming industry. But because you saw them on TV and they gave presentations, Mark Cerny, you were kind of like, oh wow. If I didn't meet Mark Cerny, I'd be like, dude, your PlayStation trophy list is an absolute wonder to the mind. Like, you have the platinum in Cuphead, but not in Spider-Man. And he'd probably say that he played the game a billion times during testing or something. That is crazy. Wow. I feel like I've done nothing in that time. I've done nothing. Wouldn't it be fascinating to have a conversation with Mark Cerny? What were you thinking when you made Knack? What was the goal? And then he would say something. I think he would say something about how he wanted to make it so that kids could play on the controller or something like that. Right. Chris J says, several musicians I look up to, but I'd stay calm and chat for a few minutes. Feels like more real that way. Yeah, exactly. You can't freak out, I think. I mean, I would probably freak out if I met David Tennant or anything. But I just thought, yeah, the gaming industry, like, people are, like, in the public eye, but in a different sense. So, yeah, spoiler alert, Kojima did not show up to the office. So, that didn't happen. So what else have we got going on? I actually wrote show notes today as well. I think I already talked about what I was going to talk about today. So yeah, Saints Row 4 is what I've been playing. I also want to delve in on, I want to give some work experience advice. Is that like, I don't know, weird? I don't know if anyone here needs any work experience advice, or if anyone does come and watch the work experience advice. But I just thought it'd be interesting. It's been like 9 years since I started, did my work experience. We've got work experience kids in at the moment, so I just thought, might be interesting. But without further ado, before we get into all of that, let's get into the highlights and lowlights of the week. This is the part of the show where you tell me what's been going on. It's the end of the week as well, so what's happened? You've got a full week to pull the best bits and the lowest bits. I suppose you guys know the lowest bits for me has been the constant tech issues, but touch wood, fingers crossed, pray to the tech gods, it's going okay for now. I did ask Gemini for some tips, and apparently something to do with my microphone was being a bit weird, so I updated all my microphone drivers. I don't even know if that was really the problem, but apparently there was an update needed with my microphone, so I did that. Of course, the heat has been pretty unbearable in the UK for the first half of the week. I barely slept. It was so hot and so disgusting. On Wednesday, the temperature did go down, but as the temperature went down outside, my flat was actually hotter inside because it became ridiculously humid, and I don't really have good airflow in here. So that, like, literally, I was sitting on Wednesday on calls and I was just like sweating, just even though it wasn't even hot. And I was like, I have to have a shower again and leave. It was pretty gross. So that's been kind of sucky. And then my weekend, I think, what has my highlights been? I guess my highlights are feeling better this week. Like, it was very, very busy at work. I had to do a lot of working long. So yeah, today's been happier, I suppose. Weekend was nice. I'm glad it's the weekend again. And that's about it. July's pretty chill, but I do want to try and stream again at some point, just double check I can stream, because I do really want to commit to this Indiana Jones stream. Like, I want to play Indiana Jones really badly. I love doing the summer stream. I just don't want to start if things are going to just fall apart and crumble away, like, those, an analogy in Indiana Jones. So I want at least one more Elden Ring stream for stability. And then maybe we get the show on the road, because I literally am not really doing... Well, actually, I'm not doing that much at the front end of July. Where am I? But the back end's a bit more full. So, yeah, that's all from me. Let's throw it over to you. It's all about you. It's all about you, chat. Let's check the leaderboard, and it's still Fabio. I don't understand this leaderboard. You're apparently my top fan, Fabio. So congratulations. KRP TV says, only highlight this week is Locking It Down with Lucy. Well, I'm glad I can be a highlight. And I'm glad I can feel a bit more like myself this week. Sorry, I feel like the last couple of weeks it's been like tough, but I want to bring it. So I'm happy I can bring it. Lowlight is I won't be able to drive my car for a while due to a serious safety issue with the airbags, which anyone who owns a Citroen may have heard about. Damn. Well, hopefully that will get sorted and you'll be able to find out when you can drive your car again. I've not heard of this. Chris J says, highlight replaying Resident Evil Village. I'm looking forward to playing that as well at some point this year. Fun gig on Monday and vacation in only 1 week. Enjoy. Sounds like some good stuff going down. Fly Highland says, highlight. Oops, it's jumped. Made it to Lock It Down with Lucy. Thank you. It's good to see you here. I'm glad you're here. Other highlight, I have the new David Tennant figure on my guest with Beep the Meep. What? On my... Oh, do you mean desk? With Beep the Meep. The head is so much better than the last one. That's nice. I love that. Oh, yeah, my other highlights, I've got some new trainers. I'm really happy with my new trainers. So that's good. I thought I'd treat myself to some new clothes. I'm bad at buying clothes. Lowlight, I had a conversation with someone on Discord today, and I felt I ended it too early. Oh, no. Lost connections. Hopefully you're able to pick that back up again. Fossy Cat says, Lowlight, Tuesday it was rainy and we couldn't go anywhere and I was anxious, but highlight Wednesday was the best day ever, seeing all the historical stuff and Wright Brothers Memorial. Fossy Cat, have you been, I think you're on holiday, right? Or you did have a holiday, because I enjoyed watching your Instagram and seeing what you got up to and everything. It looked really nice. So I'm glad that Wednesday was the best day ever following a rainy day, and I hope you had a fab time. Jacob says, highlight Lock It Down Lisa. You guys are too kind. Rewatching highlights Lock It Down with Lucy, and played a little bit of Death Stranding for the first time. Love it. Plus the Death Stranding 2 Collector's Edition statue arrived. I'm amazed because the statue fits perfectly on my shelf. Nice. Now, is that the baby in the thing? Someone at work won that, and I was like, what are you going to do with a baby in a glass tub? But hopefully they can fit it on a shelf as perfectly as you have been able to, Novak. This drink, by the way, just what I needed. Refreshing. Jamie says, highlights Lock It Down with Lucy. Rewatching the Elden Ring stream as I missed last Friday. Thank you for watching that, and thank you for people who have been bearing with me on all the Elden Ring streams, by the way, and all the tech nonsense. So thanks for that. Only the platinum in God of War Ragnarok and Wimbledon starting. At least somebody's got the platinum in God of War Ragnarok between someone here. Bit awkward. Lowlights, the heat and hay fever has been bad. Hopefully the heat will just plateau out a nice. We want a nice 23 degrees. I think that's a fine place to be. What is your favourite Indiana Jones film? Mine is The Last Crusade, says Nofi. I think mine is also The Last Crusade. I liked that one. I felt that one had the best story and felt a bit more cohesive compared to some of the others. And I liked the dad being involved and how it went down at the end. So yeah, that is my favourite one. Eda Graham says, hi, Locking It Down with Lucy. Thank you very much. Wimbledon and enjoying Death Stranding too. Nice. Lowlight, Rain has returned to Scotland. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm giving myself the hiccups. You gotta breathe when you get the hiccups. But don't. You just gotta carry on as well. You gotta breathe and just gotta carry on. Don't give in to them. Well, hopefully you see some sunshine as well at some point too in Scotland. Nofi says, highlight Death Stranding 2 and Lowlight none. I love that. Love that for you, Nofi. And I'm glad so many people are enjoying Death Stranding 2. Not for me. I think I'm going to pass. I was thinking the other day, like, oh, man, I kind of do regret having the first Death Stranding on my trophy list because... But I wasn't to know then. Like, obviously I wanted to try it out, but that was probably the first... Well, no, Ground Zeroes was the first Kojima game I played. So that was the second Kojima game I really played. So I didn't really know what to expect. And so... I thought this was going to be even more mad and not really what I would be into. So I'm going to pass, but I hear a lot of people who are into that are enjoying it. Jacob says, Lowlight, the big Xbox layoff and CAD game situation. Many called it out, but many members of the Xbox community actually run damage control, aka defends it, and are sickening. Yeah, things are going down in the Xbox world. So sorry to... everyone, I just realised that my music's still playing. Everyone who was involved in that, hopefully they're able to, find their feet. Yeah, it's a tough time right now. Let's see. People are typing in droves. Robert Wall says, highlight, only had 2 trophies left in Baldur's Gate 3. It's now one of my top 5 games of all time. Wow. And Lock It Down, Lucy, thank you very much. Damn, I don't know if I'm ever going to play Baldur's Gate. I played it at E3. No, not E3. I've never been to E3. Played it at EGX. I'm not too sure about it. But damn, that's cool. Lowlight, too hot to sleep. It is too hot to sleep. Thankfully, it's been better. But yeah, oh man, I was running on such low sleep this week. It was awful. But I'm too hot to sleep. Work keeps having me run shifts, but I'm not a supervisor. Anxiety's been bad. No, well, hopefully you can have some time off to recuperate at some point, or at least spend some weekend time and just be chill with yourself and, spend some time on you to feel better. Dusty says, highlight, got a 4-day weekend. Nice. The UK is cooling down. Oh yeah, happy 4th of the July to those celebrating the 4th of the July. I would call it the 4th of the July, sorry. Lowlight, none. Get out of here, Lowlights. Love it. Highlight, just being with you guys. Nice. Love that. Fabio says, highlights Lucy's stream. Thank you. And Lowlight, the extreme heat from one stream to another extreme. Pippin Bam Bam says, can't think of a lowlight, but highlight, happy that Oasis are back. Yes, very good. Let's see. Yes, I did hear about this. The car crash for the guy in Liverpool. That is sad. It's weird to think that sometimes these things happen quite a lot, but it's when like someone who's in the public eye, it happens to them. It really, obviously, because it's on the news a lot more. Then you're like, damn, this does happen all the time. So I don't really know the ins and outs, but Liverpool is the team that my brother supports as well. So I've not actually spoke to him yet. Let's see. Oh, you said you just started it. Sorry. I read too quickly. I'm terrible. I'm bad at this. I'm really bad at this. Metal Gear Solid 2 is still calling for you, Lucy. Oh, man, I don't know. No, not sure about that. I don't know if I can handle it. Right. Any more on the highlights and the lowlights? Otherwise, all this talk about Death Stranding, maybe it's time to flip over to clip of the week. And then I can show you my new trainers afterwards. My new trainers, which just arrived today. So yeah, this week there was a little Death Stranding shindig. Here are some clips from the event. There wasn't too much going on, but the soundtrack was crazy. The soundtrack was like a mix between a rave and a Christopher Nolan epic blockbuster movie. Like 1 minute it's like dun, dun, ba, ba, and I was like, what the hell? So that does sound nuts, but it's pretty good. So yeah, let's play that. And also there's a little eager-eared people, listen out, because there's a little bit of a game. So please enjoy clip of the week. Here he is.
It's because I've touched his face, remember? His face has been touched.
Is Kojima behind here? I don't think so. I don't think he's here. So there you go. Those are little clips from the event, and then that was a clip from the event that I did the last week where we got to play some Beat Saber. Let me tell you, some guy rocked up and he was like, oh, I play Beat Saber all the time, and he put on like this dubstep kind of song, and he was literally just doing this. Sorry, I've got little like I've got my little streaming shorts on. He was going, and he was getting everything, but he was just like vibing with the music, and he was doing it. And I was like, wow! He didn't miss a single one until later on. He was just in the flow with the music. That was crazy. So here is my latest purchase. I have to remember to buy shoes because I go through shoes quite quickly. I think it's the way that I walk that it rubs away at the sole. So, but yeah, I thought I'd get myself some new kicks, as they say. And I saw these online, and I was like, oh my god! And I want to add a bit more color. Look at this, Nike blazers with, and I want to add, I like green, I want to add some more green into my life. Like, I know I'm wearing green today, but that's why I want to like get some more mint green. I do like the accent color of the pink laces So yeah, I think these are pretty cool. A nice splash of colour to add to the wardrobe. So I like having some white shoes, and I get the Nike shoes and the Converse as like and split them up when I wear them. I think I'm more of a shoe person now that I have space for shoes. So yeah, I go between the two. So that's what I bought. So the song, it was obviously very difficult to hear, but I will tell you what it is, and then you can hear it back. But it was Green Day Holiday on Beat Saber. I kind of wish I could play Beat Saber and have an actual VR too, but it's just like, ugh. I'm not gonna get it out, to be honest, but people do it as a good workout and stuff, so I would like that. But actually, oh my god, I forgot another highlight that happened to me. So at that event last week, there was a sweepstake, and I won something in the sweepstake. I won the Pearl controller, the Pearl White controller. So I've sent it to my parents' house, so because when things get delivered here, I'm not always in, and people don't always in to collect it. So yeah, we shall unbox that together at some point. And I'll add it to my menagerie of controllers. Which I could have won a VR, and then I could have played Beat Saber. But yeah, I'll take a controller. See, one of mine has drift stick, so that's pretty good. So yeah, I guess things are coming around loose, even though things have been tough. Right, where to begin? So I want to start off with another controller. I have always too many controllers. I have a full menagerie of controllers. Oh, you could have guessed Green Day in the ballpark. I'm a bit worried about the Pearl White one because that's like the one that could get the most dirty. So yeah, right now I've got 2 white controllers. One of them is broken. I might just have to toss it or fix it. 2 white controllers, 1 God of War controller, 1 Astrobot controller, 1 30th anniversary controller, and a PlayStation Play 2022 controller. So I've got 6 controllers right now, and now I'm going to have the Pearl White controller. 7 controllers. Lord. I don't know where I'm going to put all these controllers. One day, I will have the XP zone, the final XP zone, the final boss stage. That'll be the boss. Yeah, when I get my final house, it will be the boss area. And that's where I will make something cool. And I will have some cool displays or something. And, I don't really want to have controllers hanging up in my living room, but I do have like a line of Fall Guys. So, who knows what I know. But that will happen one day. Right, I want to talk about a quick bit of news as I say. Oh, hang on. I have way too many controls and I added the Death Stranding 2 DualSense. Nice. I am the controller queen. How many DualSenses do you have? I should put that as the poll next time. And see how many, if other people just collect controllers. I mean, it is nice that they do all of those controllers, and it gets the people who like to collect controllers, they are going to collect them. Like, I can't think of other control, like the Astrobot controller. I did really want that one. I was very fortunate I got it for Christmas. Someone knew that I wanted it and gifted it to me, so that was cool. I actually like the Wink one that they showed off recently as well, and I did really want the 30th anniversary. Stephen James is at the leaderboard at the moment with 15 controllers. Redo the leaderboard, YouTube. We're doing the leaderboard now for the people with the most controllers. We have Stephen James at 15 to match my 7. Robert Ward coming in with the 9 Xbox controllers. Yeah, but I can't have 2 Astrobot controllers. Like, I like my Astrobot controller, but the one with the Wink's pretty cool as well. Jacob said I have 7 Xbox controllers, including 1 Elite and 1 Elite 2, around $600. Pip and Bam Bam says I have 4 white, black, DualSense Edge original color and the Astrobot controller. The Astrobot controller seems to be a popular one. Chris J says I have 5 PS2, 2 PS4, 3 PS3, 3 Xbox 360s, and 1 NES. I have, I think, 9 DualShock 4 controllers. Too many controllers. It's insane. Maybe I don't want to jinx what's happening, but maybe it was just too hot to stream. My computer couldn't handle it. Maybe that was what's happening. Even though the OBS log said no, that was not what's happening. 2 Astrobot controllers. What life is about. It's what life is all about. Just having 2 of them. Then they can like look at each other, and I'm like, oh, they are Astrobots. When are we getting those new levels? So yeah. Okay. Right. Sorry, there was something else I want to talk about. So, big news that came out this week. Sometimes on Knocking It Down with Lucy, we do actually talk about the important things. The news, and big news on campus. Neil Druckmann has pulled out of the Last of Us season well, the rest of the seasons, he's no longer affiliated with the HBO Last of Us series. Same with, I think, Hallie. And he put out a statement saying that he could no longer commit because he needed to focus his efforts on the ongoing things happening in the studio, which is, obviously Intergalactic, the Heresy Prophet. I probably said all of those words correctly, but in the wrong order, and whatever else is going on, which, understandable. He must be, obviously, a man in high demand, needs to look at lots of things, do lots of things, especially when we watched that Naughty Dog documentary, I believe, like 2 years ago. He seemed like a bit of a bottleneck, like, people waiting for him to come to meetings and stuff. So obviously he needs to focus on that. But what does this mean for the TV series? Which I don't know if it's just that people I didn't like it. But I feel like I don't know if it's the algorithm just feeding me YouTube, because I do like watching a YouTube essay. When I'm here by myself, I'll just put on a YouTube video of someone talking. The longer they're talking, the better, because I just want to whack that on and have some background noise. And I feel like whenever I watch people review things these days, I'm probably no better as well. They always hate it. There's no one that ever likes anything, but maybe it's because, even I struggle actually. If I like something, I'm like, hey, I really like this thing. I thought it was really fun. And that's it. I don't have anything else to say. But when you don't like something, it's like, oh, well, here's the reasons, blah, blah, blah. So, I feel like the show is getting a lot of hate. And I worry that it's not going to change now that Neil Druckmann's not involved. There's too many differences that have made the two shows just feel completely different. So I'm concerned. I watch it out of morbid curiosity more than anything. I can't say I particularly enjoy it, but knowing that Neil Druckmann's no longer part of the project does kind of sour it more for me. Foxy Cat says, I tried to find positive season 2 reviews and I couldn't find, because also I wanted to find positive reviews because I wanted to hear the opposite opinion kind of thing. I wanted to hear why the people who liked it, why did they like it? What do they enjoy about it? I do hear when people do critical analysis of okay, I don't like this because they fundamentally changed Ellie's character because of, in this scene, she did this compared to the game. I think that's an interesting breakdown. What I don't like is when people are negative and they do video essays where they just say sort of derogatory things or throw out words that put people down. That turns me off. I don't want to hear you down talk somebody, not because of who they are or whatever. I want to hear a critical assessment of the show and the choices that people made and the scenes, everything. So as soon as I hear people start, saying horrible things about, I'm like, or using terminology that I don't want to hear, I'm like, no, you're not the people I want to listen to. I want to hear proper reviews. So I hope as well I can provide reviews like that. I don't want to be saying shit about things. So yeah, I just wanted to hear if the people that did like it, why and what was the redeeming things. Also, it's nice to hear a balance as well. Maybe people didn't like it, but what were the things they did like from it or whatever. So yeah, Chris J, this is great. I enjoyed the acting, I agree, but the story choices were really weird. I think that's a lovely assessment, actually. I think that really sums it up. I don't think anybody was at fault for the acting. They were doing, as we mentioned before, you do what is written on the page. You do, and then the director picks or directs you as they're supposed to, and you do that, and you've done a good job. Whether or not people like the job that you've done, the director is the one who's paying you, and they want you to do the good job. So if they're happy with your performance, you get paid. The end. So, yeah, but I do fear for what will happen to the rest of the series. I would like to see it finish. I don't want it to be cancelled or anything. I think that'd be the worst thing for it to happen, is to be cancelled. I want to at least see how they do season 3 and season 4, because if they don't, it just sort of ends. But I feel like without Neil Druckmann's direction, we could be in for an interesting ride of how Craig Mason takes the plot forward. But actually, I'll say the thing I did really enjoy about the TV series was I actually really enjoyed the podcast. I really enjoyed listening to the podcast where they talked about the decision they made in the TV show and how it came together. I found that super interesting. And I don't think was Neil on that podcast? Yeah, I think he was sometimes, but I guess now he won't be on that. I do like Neil Druckmann's voice though. He has a soothing voice. So part of the reason I like the podcast, I like listening to Neil Druckmann talk. Okay, let's see. What are other people feeling the same? Maybe without Druckmann, the show will gain its own identity and flourish as its own thing rather than having rather than being indelibly linked to the source material. Potentially, maybe now this is where it splinters and goes its own way. Although as someone who generally enjoys things as Foxy Cat, I didn't enjoy series 2. Yeah. Yeah, that seems to happen a lot, which is, you know, annoying. What can you do? I mean, unfortunately, Ellie isn't the character I like it either, but I don't like Ellie's character in the game either. So, no, I remember watching Soccer Aid and some people booed Bella Ramsey. Really? There's no need to boo Bella Ramsey. That's not fair. What? The actress that makes Abby left the series? No. Caitlin, whatever. I have to verify this fact. I like why I say facts on the show that I've not fact-checked. I'm terrible. They already appear... Wait, they're already appearing... Wait. Abby's actress for all the hate she'll get. Oh, yeah, especially after what happened, the game came out. I feel like it is in danger of getting cancelled. Oh, Foxy Cat, thanks so much for hanging out. I'll see you later. Goodbye. Do you know what I want to see? And my friends made fun of me for this, but I think this is a great idea. Okay, I'm about to say my own idea, and I just said it's a great idea. You guys might poo-poo me, but I would be fascinated to see this. Right. I want to see Sonic the movie, the video game. Now, I know what you're saying. My friend said this to me. You know the friend, it's Rue. He was like, but Lucy, Sonic is a video game. And I was like, I know Sonic's a video game that made the movie, but I want to see the movie adaptation of Sonic the movie based on Sonic the video game. Like, I want to, I want to play Sonic 3. I want to play Sonic the movie 3 as the game. So you are Sonic, Ben Schwartz, and then it would do that thing where each level is a bit of the movie, and then when you get to the end of the level, you watch a cutscene from the movie. So then you see Jim Carrey being like, oh, I'm now fat, woohoo, I've got man boobs, oh, let's go. And then you go to the next level, and it's people doing terrible impressions of the characters. Can we make this? I want to play this. I want to be Sonic, and it's the next level, and you're Sonic, and you have to run around London and hit all the landmarks up before you do the thing. What about the dance battle when you're Dr. Robot? It's don't hold back, and it's like QTEs. The world presents. Well, the time has come to don't hold back. Hold off too. Does anyone else want this? Can I have this? Yeah, I want the story. I want... Like when they used to make... Yes, I miss those times. Maybe this is my oldness. I yearn for simpler times. I want more movie video game tie-ins. Jim Carrey is in Sonic. You got to watch it. I grew up on those. Lucy grew up on all the video game... Yes, I did, and I want them back. I think that would be well fun, in my opinion. So if anyone's out there, Kojima, if you want to make another game, could I recommend a controversial game to you? Because this is controversial with a capital C, all right? It's Sonic the movie, the game. No, it's Sonic the game, the movie, the game. Sells itself. Don't you want to play that? Don't you want to play that? I want to play it so badly. All right? I'm done. I'm done with all of this. GTA 6 ain't got nothing on Sonic 2. Can you imagine playing Sonic 2? And you're underwater, and you're getting the Chaos Emeralds, and then something... I can't remember how Sonic 2 happens. But what about when you and Shadow fight in space together, and it's like... and it's like... and they hype up, and you're like, what? Can you imagine playing that? You may have played that. It may have been Sonic Adventure. So I've been told. I've never played that one. But I want to see it. I want to play it. So, I'll just keep on dreaming. But, you continue playing Death Stranding too. Do what you got to do. I'm a sucker for these also. Exactly. Trophy. Light Fantastic made it through the Robotnik laser sequence without missing a QTE prompt. I think I've just made money. Copyright. Get me on it. Can I voice somebody? Who can I voice? I could be Tails. Sonic, we have to go. Is that how Sonic... Tails does sound a bit like that. Tails is a bit nerdy. I'm looking at the stats, Sonic. We have to go now. Sonic. And then I could just meet Ben Schwartz, who probably wouldn't be in it because he probably just wouldn't do his... Well, actually, he seems like a cool guy. I think he would do the voice of Sonic in the video game adaptation of the movie of the video game adaptation. What can we do? I'll sign to name on... Yeah, sign to name the trophies. Okay, right. Enough about my wild ideas. So yeah, that's the... Sounds like Ashley to me. Leon, help! Sonic, help! Help me, Sonic! I'm trapped in the bin! Help! It could be. So, right, where are we going from there? I just think that would be fun. Where did the fun go? What if fun was one of us? Like, what about Sonic the Hedgehog in Resident Evil? Sonic Kennedy could happen. Leon, what if we did mash up video games? Like, okay, I love this idea. I want to riff with it. Sonic times Resident Evil. So you're Sonic, but you're dressed as Leon Kennedy. Well, Sonic does bizarre things. Sonic had a human girlfriend. And then, yeah, you have to save Tails, who is Ashley. And then Dr. Robotnik is making the zombies. Don't you want the money? Don't you want me? Oh. So yeah, we're making video games here on Locking It Down with Lucy. Sign me up. I miss video game Easter egg crossovers. Yeah, I just want a simple game again. I don't know why. I'm just craving simple game. Anyone play Shadow the Hedgehog game? Came out in like 2006. I didn't. Tails as Ashley. I vote for Amy as Ashley. That's a good point. I don't really know much about Amy, so I have to watch Sonic 4 whenever that comes out to really understand Amy. Because right now, to me, she's the last canon person in the Sonic series, and I don't know where Sonic goes from here. When you say Sonic dressed as Leon, you mean he's wearing Leon's shoes, right? And his coat. He's got Leon's coat on. I think if you're going to be Sonic, man, I wish I could draw. I want to draw Sonic. I can make my dreams a reality. I can draw Sonic. It can be drawn. Where's my... Okay. Give me a video game character and I will draw Sonic as them. My friend does a really good job at this, but she draws Sobble. Sobble the Pokemon. So what I want to see is, it's hard to draw like this, but we're going to have... He's got his big eye. Both his big eyes. I think Sonic would be a great Leon Kennedy. Okay. And then he's got the big fluffy coat on. He's got, obviously, his gun. He's ready to go. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Still no pants, though. So I still will draw his little legs. And he has to wear... I'm sorry, I've changed the canon. He has to wear his shoes because he's still got to run fast. Sonic Kennedy. I think that's... I don't know why his chest is so out, but he looks more like the Roadrunner, to be quite honest. So there you go. We've got Sonic Kennedy. He's ready to fight some zombies. Dr. Robotnik's in the background. Have I ever sung this song to you? So me and my brother, we made up a song for Dr. Robotnik. It was like, because the original song goes bam boom bam boom bam ba-na-na-na dun 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 ba 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 da bum 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 bam bam ba-do 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 ba-do. That is the Sonic 1 boss fight music. Okay, so we used to go boom, 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 boom. Look over there, dun, 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 dun. The man with the red hair, dun, dun, dun. He is... I don't know what the next word was. Dun, 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 but that's how that song used to go. Right. Let's just get Sonic Kennedy up there before we start the next one. Hopefully someone's cataloguing these. Draw Aloy as Sonic, says Sally. Okay. Yeah, I do. I remember the Sonic 3 one. The Sonic 3 one is come on, boom, boom, boom. This is why when people are like, Lucy, why don't you know things? I'm like, it's because I've got all the Sonic boss songs stuck in my head. Okay, that's what's using my brain power. Right, Sonic as Aloy. Okay, let's see. Again, got to start with the classic Sonic eyes. Now, Sonic's got to have a bit of some braids in his hair because Aloy loves the braids. So he's got a few blue braids. Now, what else does Aloy wear? I think Sonic would still be like... I'm going to have to draw Sonic with his actual... I don't think Sonic would be wearing any clothes, actually. I think Sonic would still be naked, as Sonic does. Sonic naked as Sonic does, with the classic shoes. These drawings are getting worse. But would definitely have a bow and arrow on his back. Some lovely flowing locks. I don't really know what's happening here. I don't really know what clothes she wears. And then Dr. Robotnik would love the Horizon series. Because Dr. Robotnik, who I draw like that, would be making all the robots. And Sonic would have to like run really fast. Sonic, Aloy. I need a new pen. This is not as good. This is not as good a picture. It looks terrible. Sonic boss fight music. Useful information. Fighting a Thunderjaw. Well, a Thunderjaw would be massive. I've run out of space. Bloodborne Sonic. I need a just scribbling over Sonic. I love the idea of Bloodborne Sonic. Oh my god, that's sick. Can I get someone to professionally draw these for me? And I'll just have different... Then people might think I'm a bit weird. And then I can have like professional... My friend Fran could do it. I might ask Fran, can you draw me some Sonics? And I would just have some really tasteful Sonics around my house. That's how I decorate my house, and people will think, oh my god, Lucy, you need to grow up. Right, Bloodborne Sonic has got to be wearing the Bloodborne hat. Now, I wish I knew how this hat looked, but it's kind of looks a bit like that. Also, I keep drawing Sonic's hair like, oh, this has gone terribly wrong. Like he's Rod Stewart. But Rod Stewart probably was a Sonic fan. All right, so he's got... I keep drawing him by the side. He's got the big coat on. He's definitely wearing the coat. That's got to happen. And then he's holding the saw cleaver, which looks something like that. And he's very tall as the Bloodborne character. And I wish I knew some Bloodborne. I don't know if that's a good drawing or not. It's like, I feel like I've done that thing where you've sketched it too much. Okay, and there's the moon presence. But who's in the moon presence? It's Dr. Robotnik, everybody. It's Dr. Robotnik. Hey, I'm in the moon presence. What are you going to do about that, Sonic? It's me. I'd buy... Sonic the Hunter. Can we just get Sonic in it, like a Sonic crossovers? I love this. That Sonic works in an office. Or he's Sonic the Workman. He clocks off at 5 o'clock on the dot. He's a job's worth. He's like, nah, boss, it's 5 o'clock. I'm off to the underground. Woo! These all they do look like Looney Tunes characters. I cannot draw. It looks like Sonic's wearing a fedora. Sorry, look, I've got to draw it a bit more like. It did look a bit like that though, didn't it? He's got a briefcase, but it has razors on the edge. This has gone completely off the rails. This wasn't what I was going to talk about, but there you go. There's my Sonic the Detective. I like drawing Sonic. I want to get better at drawing Sonic. Can I put that in my goals for the year? Actually, I've changed what I want to do this year. I want to draw Sonic. I want to be better at drawing Sonic. Right, I'll take one last Sonic commission. Who would like to see their Sonic commission come to life? And then we'll go and talk about something else other than Sonic, because I can't stop talking. Maybe this year in my Christmas cards, I will just draw Sonics in them. Okay, who else? Sonic times the Death Egg presents. I love that. Let's see. I could use AI to make all these Sonics. In fact, I quite like that idea, and I might from hating. I never hate Sonic. I love Sonic. Sonic is me. What would Sonic look like if Sonic was me? That's so perplexing. Sometimes you just look at the board and you're like, okay, right, time to draw the Looney Tunes character. I'm going to try and draw Sonic face on. Now, don't forget that Sonic has actually got... I've forgotten a critical thing about Sonic. Sonic has ears. This looks crazy. Okay, but then... I guess Sonic would be wearing a hoodie, so I'm going to put a little hoodie on Sonic. And then hands in the pocket. Looking a bit shy. And then I think Sonic would be wearing I'll put him in my Nikes. And it needs all the controllers and all of the trophies. That just looks like Sonic wearing a hoodie. Doesn't really look quite like me, does it? Okay, there's Sonic XP. That's when we collide. Oh, and it needs glasses. You're right. How do I draw glasses on Sonic? I'm ruining it now, but you know. There you go. Now it's Sonic wearing glasses. All right, we need to stop drawing Sonic. It's gone a little out of control. We're going to get so out of the topics. He looks scared. I think he's meant to look a little shy and a little awkward. But again, he looks like Rod Stewart. Can't stop drawing Rod Stewart. I'll ask Gemini, can you draw Rod Stewart as if he was Sonic? We're going to get some interesting results, I'm pretty sure. Right, the whiteboard's going away. Thank you for indulging me on some Sonic drawings there. Let's talk about Saints Row 4. Sonic just trying... Oh no, draw the sim as Dr. Robotnik. Oh, sometimes I feel like I walk around this flat like I'm Creature from Harry Potter.
Oh, the sim, he loves to keep talking to himself, but old Lucy has to listen to it all the time. Well, if it was my house, I'd never let the sim talk all night long, you know.
That's like a curmudgeonly old elf. Right, I have a clip to support my, while I'm gonna ask, I don't know, can Gemini draw? Can you draw me Rod Stewart as Sonic the Hedgehog? God, we're going to get some stats that's like, the planet was going to be around longer than we thought, but then someone kept asking AI to create Sonics, and it's cut the Earth's lifespan by 50 years every drawing. Right. Oh Lord, what has it created? Are you ready for this? It's created a monstrosity. I don't know if I can show you this. This is the stuff of nightmares. I give to you Rod Sonic Stewart. What is this? What has it done? Don't worry, designers. Your job is still safe for a bit. Oh, I've got to change my microphone here. Hold up. So I didn't change my microphone input on this, and I was worried it was going to cause a problem, which it's starting to do. It's starting to cause the problem. But I think have we saved it? I think it was the microphone. Are we struggling? Come on, come back. It's going a bit funny. Oh no, I think it's the microphone. Right, we're going to play clip of the week. Oh, man, it's doing it. It's doing the thing. I'm hoping it will recover. I think it was, yeah, I think it's the microphone. Damn it. Hang on. Yeah, because the old microphone was on that slot. I don't know if it's going to save itself. What if I unplug it? I'm going to unplug it. That means the microphone's going to go. Hang on. Yeah, I think we've troubleshooted it. Hang on, I'm going to go silent. Hello. We back. It's gone weird. We've lost it. Right, I'm going to play clip of the week quickly, and or this clip that I have. I might have to stop the stream and start it again. One sec. Not stop, but you know, let's. I'm going to restart OBS. Hang on. Okay, I think there's, because it was some kind of microphone error that it kept saying that an OBS was getting a repeating failing thing. That was like, this keeps failing. So I think we're back. Are we back on the air? Are we back? Please hold for technical difficulties. Elevator music. But yeah, that Rod Stewart is truly terrifying. Are we back? Back in sync. Okay, I have to check that all of my other sources don't have the bad microphone. All right, let's play the clip.
I regret getting Sid a real body, aren't I?
Oh, Sid.
Oh, right, it's me. Where am I? I'm here, I'm tiny. Okay, me no tiny no like you. Now, is this the right microphone? I can't remember. I hope it is. Right, so Saints Row 4. This is a very bizarre game, and I don't even know how to really describe it, to be honest. And please let me know if the clip sound is too big to the me sound. Words. This is a very strange game. So I have played Saints Row before. I played Saints Row 3. That's the only Saints Row I'd actually played. And I was looking for something a bit different to play. I kind of wanted, like, you know, Elden Ring's quite intense. So I kind of wanted something chill. We have GTA 6 coming out next year. So it felt like, you know what, let's just play something that's dumb and fun. And you can play this co-op. So I've been playing this with a mysterious co-op partner because you can do that. This game is the one where you are the president. So the game starts and you're doing a mission that ends with you riding a rocket and falling into the president's chair. Then the aliens come and now you're in the Matrix because the aliens have put you in a simulation. So it's starting very high concept, very high scope. And the weird thing about this is I've played a lot of these games, and the first mission you do is you get in a car and you drive around, and then you get superpowers, and then you never get in a car and you never drive ever again. Like, it is nuts, the superpowers. The game feels like playing the end of a game. Like, you know when you finish a game, you're doing cleanup? It feels like the entire time. Like, you have maxed out abilities, maxed out powers, you're just running through the city. You can, like, level up really quickly because there's all these, like, I don't think they're portals. What are they called? They're, like, glitches or something. And you collect those and you get upgrades. And you can, like, just upgrade everything. So my sprint is faster than a car. I jump and fly everywhere. You've got all of these powers. Like, it kind of feels like playing a game that's been hacked, which I suppose is kind of what they want out of the game. You are hacking the game. So it's like a kind of weird breaking of the fourth wall. There's not much depth to it, though. I will say that. You kind of just go, oh, it's orbs, thank you. You kind of just go around, like, it's very easy to get sucked into just cleaning the map because there's so much to do on the map. But it's all the same kind of things. There's, like, you know, upload a virus or complete a little game show. There's like a bunch of these things. Do insurance fraud or steal something. Like, that kind of thing happens quite a lot. What I'm weirded out by is the side missions also tell you to do the clean the world up missions, which is kind of weird because I'm like, I could just do those anyway. The side missions aren't adding anything. They're just like, go hack this store and then do this mission next. And it's all things I could have just done in the open world myself if I wanted to. So that feels, it's very much switch your brain off and play. The storyline is crazy. I don't know what's going on. It's 100% the Matrix, by the way. You are in your ship and then you enter the simulation where you can do all this stuff and you're trying to like gain the world back from the aliens. And you can just do anything and everything. Like I said, you level up so quick, you get so much money. You have all these weapons. Well, I do like that it does feel like a continuation. I'm saying all this stuff, but it's nice to not feel like, oh my god, I've played Saints Row 3 before, now I'm playing Saints Row 4 and I'm dumb again. We've talked about this in the past, like Aloy, you know, she had a great first adventure in Horizon Zero Dawn. She did so much, she discovered so much, and then she threw it all in the bin to do whatever, and then the second game you're like, but you're Aloy! Why did you throw all your stuff in the bin? Why am I starting again? Same with Geralt, who, you know, you're this big witcher, but it's like, oh, I can't take on some wolves because they're level 4 and I'm only level 2, so it's not really gonna... Like, that feels a bit of ludonarrative dissonance, maybe, if I could throw that word around. Here, I feel like I'm the same character that I was from my first game. Even though I'm not, I do feel connected to this character because Laura Bailey is the voice I picked in the third game. Laura Bailey is also a voice I can do in this game, so having the same voice helps. My character, I did try and model her a bit after Chloe from Life is Strange. I didn't want to be me, but I felt like, you know, let's try and make something a bit more interesting to play with, so that's why I went for the blue hair vibe. But it does feel like the same character that I'm carrying on from. But I've forgotten so much about this game. This game has some weird, like, backstory and lore. Like, these characters... By the way, this is the insurance fraud now, where you literally just go around doing this to earn as much money as possible. In fact, if I move my camera, you'll see the money's adding up over here, and you're just literally doing this for, like, 5 minutes. It's kind of nuts. So you... what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so the characters are all like obviously over the top and crazy. There's one guy that only speaks in auto-tune. I was like, oh my god, I forgot about this guy. You have all your crew, you have your saints who have just taken on the role of being in the White House and being, you know, in charge of the world in their stride almost. They're not phased. They're like, yeah, we just rule the world now. Come at it. Like, it doesn't take itself too seriously, which is you know, it's refreshing. Like, if I wanted to play something hard-hitting or whatever, then I wouldn't be playing this. This is kind of like hitting the spot whilst I'm playing Elden Ring, because it is silly. Like, there's aliens. At one point, I had to shoot a toilet because the toilet was the glitch. Like, it clearly knows it just wants to... Like, it's like basically someone just having the time of their lives. Like, let's make an open-world video game where you can break the rules. Like, you can do anything. You can fly, you can jump, you can, you know, everything is silly and doesn't make sense. That's kind of what they've done here. And, yeah, it can get a little repetitive sometimes. Like, I do feel like I'm playing it and I turn into a bit of a zombie sometimes. I'm just like... just doing the same thing over and over again, but it's a nice game to just like chill out to, especially because that's what I remember. I was talking to you guys before. I was like, I want a game that I can play after work. Like, I'm tired, I just want to do something easy, and this is easy as pie. You switch it on and it just sort of happens. Like, even the missions, like, we've done a couple of missions and they aren't even like that deep. Like, they're very forgiving. Nothing feels too different, especially now that we've just, like, if you start the game, like, they open, what? Oh, so many words. The game opens up, like, almost immediately. Like, after you do that first, like, which is also respect, because obviously I hate when games lock me into a tutorial for, like, hours. I feel like we were in the tutorial for less than an hour, if that. Like, the open world was given to you, and within seconds you could collect stuff, upgrade stuff, you were, like, back in it, which I was like, damn. So you could really, like, spend a lot of time upgrading your character, which makes the rest of the game super simple to complete. I have not played Gat Out of Hell. I've only played 3, which I do remember enjoying 3, but obviously it was a little bit more grounded. But obviously I clearly didn't like 3 enough to go on and play 4. I feel like 3 I had my fill. But this just feels like it's taken, you know, 3 and just chucked it almost, or just ripped it apart so that you can do anything and everything and just be silly. And so it's okay to be silly. But I don't quite understand the order of these games. So obviously, is this one that I'm playing the next one after 3? Like, I was a bit confused with the order. So Pim Bam Bam is saying Saints Row 4 is not an amazing Saints Row game, especially compared to the first 2, but it's a pretty good superhero game. The Christmas DLC is generally a joy to play. So this morning... Okay, so this is the next one, because I was kind of feeling a bit confused. So this morning I was doing the Enter the Dominatrix DLC, and of course the game is rather childish, but it's fine. You can. No point in being grown up if you can't be a little childish. Sometimes there's a lot of like sex jokes and sexy things going on. In fact, you can. I think they're trying to take the mick out of Mass Effect, which, you know, if you've played the games, it is kind of funny. Like, you do just go around your ship and you can just be like, hey, you want to bang? And some of your characters will go, yeah, sure. Like, and others will be like, no, I'm not into that. Even the robot will do stuff to you, which I'm like, okay, I think they're obviously not trying to do the whole Mass Effect thing. So that's kind of silly. So I'm interested in the Christmas DLC, but I think there should be a nice simple plat. There doesn't seem to be too much going on towards it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, then Gat Out of Hell. What is Gat Out of Hell? Are they dead in that? Is that what happens then? Yes, they all follow on. However, Saints Row 2, they were coming for a standalone series. Yes, I shall be going for the platinum. I don't think it's too difficult. Do the kill challenges ASAP because enemies become scarce later on in the game. Thank you, my name is NH. That is good to know because, yeah, there's quite a lot of trophies that are to do. Is the video playing really, like, jagged or framey? I don't know how else to say it. It looks kind of like it's a bit starry on my screen. I feel like the whole stream's gone a bit downhill. Yeah, so what happens in Get Out of Hell? Oh, I was talking about the platinum. So yeah, the platinum seems like it's pretty doable, to be honest. I'll go back to this. I feel like it's going. The computer is not happy. Ah, damn it! I should have never made Rod Stewart the Sonic. It was definitely the microphone. Well, at least we've troubleshooted it now. I don't know if you can handle it being a bit out of sync now and again. How annoying is that? I don't know how to recover. I feel like it's fallen off a cliff. Get Out of Hell is not fun because I can feel like my computer feels a bit sluggish now. Luckily, it is near the end. I'll probably cut the work experience one off, and we'll talk about that next week maybe. Yeah, the stream is lagging, but it's because of the microphone. Well, you can blame Rod, and blame this microphone. It's been weird because I don't know how to save it now. I tried to restart OBS, but it's still unhappy. It's weird because it says it's a frame dropping issue. Let's close because I can feel my whole computer lags when this happens. Like something goes wrong at a system level, and everyone's like, ah. So yeah, I'm enjoying the game. Looking forward to getting the platinum. But yeah, if there's any sort of tips that people have, like if we do need to kill things before certain things happen, then that's very good to know. It's getting really hot in here. It's getting hot in here, so hot, so take... No, I'm not going to do that. I'll get banned. Get Out of Hell is just side activities the whole game and no in-game radio stations. That is weird. That is Rod Stonic. Way better than last week. Even clip of the week. Yeah, I think something else was happening. Something else was at play last week, maybe. Idea: LudiXP Anthem closes servers on January. No, I'm not playing Anthem. Absolutely not. You're not going to get me to play that game. So yeah, I guess that's what I'm playing at the moment. Obviously, if this is the solve to my streaming issues, which is the microphone, then I suppose I will also start up Indiana Jones at some point as well. So yeah, still trying to make my way through Elden Ring. Playing Saints Row 4, my closing thoughts on Saints Row 4. It's a fine game. I don't think I will stream it just because I don't really think it's that interesting. That's the thing. Like it's fine, it's fun, it's dumb, it's not that long, it's not hard. If you want to play something with more substance, don't play this. Like it's not gonna fulfill those needs. I'm not really been paying attention to the story. It is kind of jokey. Like some of the cutscenes are kind of funny. I felt like the DLC I played this morning, they were trying to do the Tiny Tina Dragon's Keep thing where it's the characters taking the mick out of the story and telling the story as it's happening. And then they were doing the thing where they had like weird cutscenes that were like more, kind of like work in progress cutscenes, which by the way, Crash Mind Over Mutant did way back in 2009. I'll have you know. So yeah, they were, it doesn't take itself seriously. I'm kind of not really paying attention and I don't really think you need to. But yeah, the characters are kind of wild, to say the least. So yeah, I guess it's like, depends what you're in for. Like, it kind of funny to play it before playing GTA 6, which is going to be more serious. It's weird to see how the series has gone on, but I'm hoping that should be a nice, easy platinum, and hopefully even 100%, because I've got the DLC as well. So there we go. Have we got any Saints Row fans in the chat? It's like it's an interesting franchise that's kind of sort of withered away, I suppose. The devil kidnaps your character to marry his daughter, and Gat goes to hell with Kenzie to get them back. Nuts. Anything and everything happens in that franchise. They've just gone mad. Take over the devil's territory to get it back. That's so weird. Oh, that's why people are saying the devil. It's a fun spin-off set in hell. I'll see you in hell. Yeah, I wish you well. Those says yes, love Saints Row 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wow. Never played Saints Row. The reboot sucked. I'm a big Saints Row fan, but the series was absolutely falling off. I want the old GTA style Saints Row back. I had a fun time playing Saints Row 4. I played Saints Row 2. Yeah, I only ever played 3, and it was fine. Got the platinum in that. I think if you still have some kill challenges after beating the game, you can farm kills in the DLC missions. All right, that's good to know. Because I do have the DLC. But yeah, I do remember the game. For some reason, I feel like 3 was kind of long. But I do remember bits as well where it made me laugh. Like, I liked when the characters were like singing in the car together. I went, opposites subtract. I thought that was good. One Sleeping Dogs 2. I like Sleeping Dogs. That was good. I preferred True Crime, The Streets of LA. That was pretty good. But that kind of delves into a conversation topic I had on the members only video. So that's what's going down there in the Saints Row area, and it's kind of got to the end of the show now, because I spent so long drawing Sonics. But I'll commission one last drawing. I've enjoyed getting my drawing on. What shall I draw? The music. I haven't really been listening because I've been chatting to the mysterious co-op partner. Not really been listening to the soundtrack, but there was like, it did in the DLC, because you can get a dinosaur. There was like a mission where we got a dinosaur, and it was like, da-da-da-da, get on the floor, everybody bump the dinosaur. Oh my god, the Saints Row crew Sonic. That would be nuts. Draw Sonic as Super Mario. Commander Sonic from Mass Effect. These are good ideas. It's a running joke in Saints Row that you always have to sing in the car while driving with Pierce. Yeah, I like the singing in the car. I feel like if you were to draw Sonic in the Saints Row crew, you've got to... Oh, I feel like that's gone terribly. I would like to really see... I'm doing these Sonic drawings from memory, because I haven't really... Okay, I think I've been missing this whole time his ear. I've been drawing all of these Sonics, and he has no ears. So he's got to have the little Saints Row tattoo on his neck, right? Because that's what makes him Sonic. That's what makes him a Saints Row character. And then he would have like a cool jacket on or something, and he's got his arm up here, and he's rocking a big massive you know what. I'm not going to draw it, I'm not going to get banned, but use your imagination. And then over here he's got, I think he's going to have his sleeves rolled up in his little jacket, and he's probably going to have like a gun in his hand down here, and I'm putting him in a little crop top outfit. You've got to have his little, then his legs, of course. I kind of give up when it comes to the legs. When it comes to the legs, I'm like, I'll just draw some sticks or whatever. Yeah, he's gripping onto that thing with his halfway here. He's a bit heavy on the old main front, and then I suppose it'd be, I don't even, what does Tails look like? Where is my Tails? Tails is more like Flopsy kind of hair, right? I don't know what I'm drawing over here. It actually does kind of look a bit like Tails. And Tails is like, yeah, I'm also in Saints Row. And I'm Kenzie. I've got my computer on. Hey, Sonic, I'm gonna do some things on the computer for you. Yeah, and I've got these lovely tails here because I'm Tails. That Tails has fallen apart a bit. Metal Sonic is my goat. It's some kind of bat. It's called the Penetrator. So think about it. Think about it. and it's Sonic's row. And then Knuckles is like, what does Knuckles look like? Does Knuckles have his hair slicked back or something? But Knuckles is going to be hench as hell. I'm Knuckles. I'm so hench. And I'm also Idris Elba. And I'm going to have my knuckles together like this. I've given up the drawing. It's falling apart here. I can't. For the life of... I actually cannot remember what Knuckles looks like other than a beefcake. I'm huge and I'm wearing a dress now. He is like Oleg. There you go. Have my Sonics improved? Have you seen a Sonic improvement over the drawings? There you go. Saints Row, the Sonic crew, doing whatever it is they do. Sonic has... I knew he had long hair that went back. I thought so. Knuckles, but now he looks like he's getting ready to get married. Da 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 da. I'm getting married. Looks like my big fat Greek wedding. I've drawn him. He does look like a bride. So if you want any commissioned artwork, you can ask me to draw something, and I will draw you Knuckles as a bride. Right, I think that's enough for today. Hopefully you've had fun. Oh God, that is not what I thought the show would be. I'm gonna have to rename the show. I feel like the stream recovered from the problem, so I know what to do now. I'm gonna go through all of my sources and I'm gonna delete all of those old microphones because clearly something's going on. Going to assess. Something is going on, so I'm going to try and sort that out. I'd like to try and stream at some point. If not at the weekend, then I'm going to try and do Monday again. Sonicking it down with Lucy. I quite like getting that together. That was quite good. It made me go. That's the thing that some people are afraid. I am actually normally quite afraid to draw in front of people, but this has helped me break the drawing barrier. So. Maybe on Monday. I said maybe I might stream on Monday because I think I might be going out tomorrow. If I'm not going out tomorrow, then maybe tomorrow because I do want to test again. I just want to test that things working. But someone did invite me last minute out, but then they haven't got back to me with the details. So I'm like in a bit of limbo. Like, oh, are we doing this thing or we're not doing this thing? Wedding, no weapon. Wow. This has been Locking It Down with Lucy. Yeah, just keep an eye. It's probably going to be Monday because Monday I'm going to work from home because I've got a package coming. So I will be in Monday. And I think it's easy for me to stream when I work from home because then I don't have to rush home, which was the problem last Monday because I went to the office and I tried to rush back and it was annoying. So yeah. Updates on Discord. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching me draw Sonic for pretty much the entirety of the stream. I'm glad things went well. So thanks for bearing with. It's been lovely to spend a fun Friday evening with you. So you can go forth to your weekends. But yes, the poll. Would you get starstruck meeting someone from the gaming industry? 38% of you say yes. 31% of you say no. And 31% also of you say not sure. Not sure. So... Until next time, how to draw Sonic with Lucy Reed. You know, we can draw Sonic here in all different things. But I want to ask Fran. Fran's the real Sonic drawer. And for those of you who want to see more of Rod Stewart times Sonic, I will post it in the Discord so you can look at that in your own free time. Right, go, be free, wonder, do what it is you've got to do. Have fun, and I shall see you all in the future. Thanks for being here, and smiles to you all. I don't know what that means, but I kind of like that as a sign off. Smiles to you all. Bye.